Yo, testing. What up, Jesse Doc? What up, everybody? How we doing? Happy Sunday, Monday. I mean, it's the end of the Sunday, going into Monday, going into a fresh week. Kind of been saying it, hinting at it on Twitter. I was like, I've been waiting for the weekend to really show what I believe is kind of true bull run vibes, right? Seeing a strong weekend like we just saw. Obviously, Saturday we had a nice little pump from 76K to 80K. Now we wicked up there to 81K at one point. And let me just tell you, fam. If because I always like to keep all possibilities on the table. If we are therefore going into a bull run, you are very early. Okay, let me just tell you that. So one thing to realize is that if you're seeing this kind of breakout right now, then most of the world is not probably paying attention. A lot of the world, in my opinion, will probably start paying attention when Bitcoin hits 100K. That might kind of fuel more of a FOMO rally because, in my strong opinion, we don't really have, you're really early if you're on crypto Twitter. Okay, fam, you are really fucking early if you're on crypto Twitter. Even being wrong, even me being wrong about us breaking that 75, 76K resistance, even me being wrong, I'm still early. Okay, because alts are lagging. We're gonna go over alts. We're gonna show you kind of why alts. I'm gonna show you alts that are lagging, how they're lagging. We're going to go over speed. We're going to talk about the daily 200s. I might start with that. And we're also going to talk about where are we? Where can we potentially top? Like, let's use history. We're gonna use a little bit of history with that and discuss that. So today's gonna be a big stream. I also want to make an announcement. I'm back, fam. All right. I need this as much as you need it in my life. I need to stream because when I'm streaming, I kind of pick up on more. I'm more in tune to the market and my trades when I'm streaming live. So and trading live for that matter. So I'm going to be consistently starting this week Tuesday and Thursday nights. I've actually discussed it with my wife, so that's kind of like even more certainty. I kind of had to find a good time for me to do it and get permission. And I say that in a kind of a joke, but because I didn't really need permission, but I just being a dad and trying to manage a lot of things. I got a lot of things going on in my life. Good things, all good things. I'm a very busy individual, but just I'm excited to start, getting some consistent content back out there, teaching, trading. And if we got a bull market, then great. We're all going to be making really good money, easy money. Again, you're still early. All right. I just want to put that out there. Right. So, I want to go over a little bit of symmetry here. We'll talk about that before I delete it. I'm going to delete our fibs here. I was just messing around with those earlier. But here's a little symmetry. We just had the 15-day close. If you did not pay attention, 15 days is a pretty big time frame. I think it's pretty important. But look at the little symmetry here, top, and then here's our range, right? Broke down. This is our last bull market really range up here. Broke down here, went into our bear market, and then back here, we're really at the top of this. So I believe that if we can get over this hump, this little symmetry right here, we'd be looking at something, probably right around here, 130K as probably the next top, and our support would probably be right around here, 80K. And at least we're talking about a larger range, larger bull market range, right? This was just a bull market range before we buried or went way below here. And you can use things like I was talking about this a little bit, but you can use things like EMAs and MAs to kind of see a fair value. And there's a fair value down here that always kind of gets played, but this is the 50 MA on the 15-day. Above it we're bull, below it is a buying opportunity. So you can use these EMAs and MAs like that, but regardless, here's the 15-day. Here's a little symmetry. We'll break it down to now we're going to break it down to this range that we've broken out of. It's a really clean range. I like it. You should like it. Nice clean break. It's a strong break. It's no longer, to me, in any way, shape, or form, a fake breakout for now, right? Like if we start closing some big candles, some big time frames, weekly, 5-day, even something below 73K, I would be getting back on the bearish bandwagon. For now, you guys all should be very happy. I will not be bear posting whatsoever for a while until at least we lose 73K. And I'm actually totally okay with Bitcoin going all the way as low as 65K. We're going to talk about that here in a second. Going as low as 65K, I believe that even could go down to 65K and it would still be bullish. All right, fam? It would still be bullish. So, anyways, all right, so here's the 15-day. Broke out of that range. Nice little range here. Bottom to top. Clean break. All right. I want to go over here. Just, again, do not worry about FOMO. Do not, talk about FOMO. Here is the CME chart, fam. So right here, the CME chart has basically made a gap, okay? These gaps usually get filled. They don't always get filled. We have some lower gaps, very, very low, 1 in 9K even, that never got filled. Could that happen? It certainly could happen, but this is an inefficiency in the market. This is a good thing, right? What does this tell us? It tells us that we could go as low as right here, right? in the short term, 77, 78K, would be a great buying opportunity, great long opportunity before going higher. That looks really, really good, right? We have that CME. So again, don't need to FOMO really too much right now. Going into, it's I don't know if tomorrow's Veterans Day. I don't know if it's a bank holiday or not. I always forget these things. There's so many holidays, but going over here to just the regular daily chart, and I want to talk about this because this is a really exciting chart as well. I talked about that 65K zone, but look, go over here. We're going to talk about these EMAs and MAs. I've said this before on many of my streams content, but an exponential moving average, which is known as an EMA, moves faster than a moving average. When you're in a bull market, the exponential moving average on one of the same magnitude, so this is the 200 EMA is the orange one, and the 200 MA is the red one on my screen, okay? So when the exponential moving average is above the moving average, that means we are bullish fast. There's a lot of speed, a lot of bullish momentum, okay? When it starts to cross down, right, in a sideways market like you see here, everyone see this? Orange, the exponential moving average crossed down. We slowed down a little bit, going sideways here. And now if we can cross back up, that would be even more bullish, more and really send us even much higher. But right now, I would say we are very early. Again, going back to the whole example, being on crypto Twitter alone, you're already ahead of the game. Most of retail FOMO is like your friends and your moms and your dads and your cousins' friends all getting into crypto. I don't believe that has necessarily happened. I think we could be on the path to that, which again I could definitely see some type of global FOMO presence really pushing the last 3 months of this bull market coming in. I can see that above 100K. Okay, so that would be our blow off the top. Again, mom, pop, cousins, friends, your friends, cousins, friends of cousins. When they are the ones buying is when you get close to a kind of a blow off the top. But here we go. I'm going to, again, look at this history. When we crossed speed here, right? Bullish 200 EMA daily, saved above the 200 MA. That bull pushed us back there. 2020, May 2020, pushed us all the way to 69K, or sorry, 64K, before crossing bearish again, crossed it bullish, top 69K, right? Speed slowed down then January 2022, really signifying that and the price action now is below the daily 200, starts to chop below the daily 200s, signifying that the bull market has ended. And again, going down here, speed starts to, the MA really slows down. We get that cross, stays bullish, get a little short-term bearish cross, and again, bullish here. So again, this was very significant in my opinion, and we could go down there, right? This would not slow it down in my opinion. It usually doesn't because these are very, very slow. This is the 200 MA and the 200 EMA, but we could come down here and do something like this as this crosses over like so, right? And then pick back up to bull market vibes, right? So that could easily happen. Maybe take out meme line players here. Got a little meme line I just drew there. Not the cleanest. I could use just a normal line, but got a little meme line here. So could do something like that. Obviously, we've just seen and witnessed the Trump pump. All right, that's kind of what I want to throw out there. I'm not going to really be. I'm going to be much more bullish. Obviously, that Trump won. It's just pure math. When you have a red party taking over like this, it's very good for stocks, and let alone it's probably going to be very good for crypto. It's going to be good for inflation. Neither party was really good for inflation, but we're not here really to talk too much about inflation. All right, so. One more thing I want to say before going into, hey, where we might top, what would a top look like? And, before we go into some alts as well, because I do want to get over a lot of information. All right, so I'm going to go over here to a decent time frame. We'll just do the 2 week. All right, and we'll get rid of the EMAs and MAs. We don't need those. We did explain those, and we're going to go over also short term, low time frame trades when you may want to short. Not sure it's the really the worth the value to short at this point with an aggressive, price discovery. As a person who's been trading markets for over 10 years, you do not really want to be the person shorting price discovery, okay, on any asset. You just don't want to be that guy shorting price discovery. Fam, there's like a whole saying out there in the markets. They call it blue skies. Okay, it means that like you do not know where this is going to stop. Most of us do not know where this is going to stop. You just cannot be the person trying to short new highs right now. That is not price discovery, blue skies. Do not be that person. I'm not going to be that person. I've thrown in the bear towel. There's no reason to be bearish at this point. We would have to close below 73K for me really to be kind of back on the bear bandwagon. But even so, again, like I said, we could hit that 66K, 65K again. I'd totally be okay with that before more takeoff. Now, one thing I want to say before going into what a top may look like. All right. Bull markets are quick. All right. Bull markets are relatively quick. As far as time goes, all right, bull markets tend to be half the time of a bear market. All right. Really, it's kind of crazy. So, taking out 2015, but we could throw this in here. Let's say bull market here was this breakout point, right? This was about a year, right? A year down. But also really before we started our next bull market, it was 3 times that, right? So breakout here, and then we had this bull market. We will take it all the way to November. Bull market, right? About a year. And then chop before breaking out. Look at that. Okay. A little bit of so if we are really taking off right now, we have a full year, fam. That's a full year just by time alone. A full year this thing's going to be going up. So what does that mean, fam? It means that we need to be looking months ahead, not weeks ahead, not days ahead. If you're buying right now, you're looking months ahead. You have to assume by cycle dynamics, by time alone, right? For the fact that we are in price discovery, we're at blue skies, you have to assume in 3 months, right? No matter what happens here, right? No matter what happens here, in 3 months, the price is going to be higher than now. Does everyone understand that? In 3 months. What's up, Omni? Yeah, we're Diggies. We'll get into that. What's up, J80? So like look in those terms. The reason I'm saying this, fam, is that you could have something like this happen short term. Let's say in a month. I'm just in a month let's say at the end of the month, this monthly candle comes back down and it only closes like 69K, 70K. Still looks good. It's not the greatest. It has this huge wick, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And you're like, man, I bought above 70K. Yeah. But in like February, we're probably going to be right around here. We're probably going to be at 100K. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So think in months, fam. This chop stuff that may happen here, maybe we go a little higher and chop a little bit below that 100K, kind of a psychological pivot. All of that should not matter at this point for you, okay? So think long term, all right? Now, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all these drawings. I want to pull up the Bollinger Bands. The reason I'm pulling up the Bollinger Bands because we did close this weekly outside the weekly Bollinger Band. Now, historically, We don't really do that often, but when we do, it's usually pretty good. Here we have some candles. We closed out above the weekly, close back, tend to come back down. We're going to kind of, if you use the weekly Bollinger Bands, it actually gives you a really good idea of what a bull market looks like, where pullbacks should be bought. We're just simply buying the 20 MA on the weekly, all right? Any of this tight range right back here, you get back, pull back to the red line. It's a buying opportunity. Once we start closing these weeklies and the top start looking like a range. So here we go. We peaked, we came back in here, we retested the high of the weekly Bollinger Bands, and then we made that top. Okay, see how this kind of builds? Looks kind of like a Ichimoku cloud a little bit. Then we come back here, we start trading below it, and this is kind of our signal that we have top. So that we'd be looking for something like that. This is obviously the weekly time frame. Nowhere near that anymore. All right, so here we are again. So we have something like that happened, or in 2020, 2021, right? We're not going to be closing below the weekly mid Bollinger Band anymore. All right. Now, again, if you're thinking in months, which is what you should be thinking, right? You could go up here, and this is kind of drifting up here with it, and then pull back. Oh man, we're at 76K again, and then go up. All right. There's going to be a lot of that. I want to show previous bull markets, right? We had the 30K. I'll never forget the 42K, the 30K range right here. This 42, 30K range was just followed by Elon Musk coming out, supporting Doge, buying Bitcoin for Tesla. That's really what sent us to the highs. So we'd be looking for something like that somewhere on the way up. We're going to be looking for some type of larger pullback range. It'll look like a long time. It'll probably only last a month. That will probably happen within the next 6 months. So we'll be going up long term. Again, long term, think months. Like, we're not even talking about year. We're talking about like this thing it's going to be a higher price February than it is now. Whatever happens between now and February, the price of Bitcoin is going to be higher than it is now. All right. I want to make that very clear. All right. Every kind of bear thesis has been invalidated. I'm not going to ignore it, all the good variables. Now, the monthly Bollinger Band has kind of a better look if you're looking for a top. Here we bull market, you kind of start closing below these. You retest that monthly, retest the monthly, close a bearish candle, fall back in the monthly Bollinger Bands, retest the top. All right. So kind of had that happen already right here. Pull back in. Now, a significant point or pivot is going to be that 84, 85K area. For now, I think short term, we could definitely go up here, 84, 85K. I want to see the reaction. All right. If this monthly candle, we have 20 days left, this monthly candle starts chopping above 85K, then you can assume we're really seeing true bull market vibes and starting to close some monthly candles outside of the monthly Bollinger Band highs. All right. That's very, very bullish. So be looking for something like that. Again, you can kind of look at previous tops on the monthly Bollinger Bands and see what those look like. Come up here, close an ugly wick, and then you start closing below the high of that monthly, and you retest it. Okay, retest it, right? Came back in, pulled back in, retest it. Came back in, pulled back in, retest it. So I do want to see the reaction at 85K. Not going to be bearish here to 85K though. And I probably just not going to be bearish whatsoever. Again, not really looking for shorts. I don't think that's the greatest idea. I think longing pullbacks is definitely important. Now, going to things like let's talk about like other indicators real quick before I start going to alts. Yo, Leo, thank you for that follow. So let's go to the 12-hour. Let's talk about kind of volatility. Here's a 12-hour. Here's a 12-hour RSI. Pretty high on this 12-hour RSI. Volatility is getting pretty low. So we are getting, a little bit slower. We're running on fumes a little bit here. You can see it on volatility, but not really a huge compression like you'd like to see to have a good, strong short signal. RSI is pretty high and cooked here. And same thing with daily. overbought is what it is. Can't really play overbought in a bull market. But paying attention to these, I think, are important. Go over here to stochastic. Where is it? Okay. Um, okay, here's the stochastic. All right, so I actually posted this in the Discord when it happened, and I ignored it. But this 10-day stochastic actually played very, very well. This cross was March 31st of this year. That was the top, literally the top when we crossed bearish on the 10-day stochastic. And then we had cross bullish. That would be September 17th. That was the pick me up. So the 52K, not 49K, but it was 52K at least when we crossed bullish here. And then now we're kind of flowing up. So 10-day looks good. All of these look really good. We just had a 5-day close as well because the 10-day, 5-day curling, it is high, a little bit overbought, but we can go much higher. Historically, that's what's happened on the 5-day. Look at, we can get up here as high as that 92. So we're not even close to that. Daily, right? Up there, high stochastic, really close to that resistance. That 92 is resistance for the daily, but not even close to crossing down. You'd have to close below 78K at this point. Let's see, 3-day bullish. So really nothing on stochastic to worry about. I do have some more symmetry here. This is an interesting one, right? Above, below, 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 above. And now we're kind of retesting this meme line, which we were above back in earlier this year. But it's just symmetry. It's not everything. One variable does not tell all. I'll tell you that again. One variable does not tell all. It's important to use multiple variables and not to rely on just one variable. I try not to rely just on a meme line. I try not to rely just on horizontal resistance support. Some are stronger than others, but it's important to kind of line up as much confluence as possible with your variables to come up with a strong enough conclusion to trade it. Now, going kind of back to how you can trade this, all right, fam. Now, this is where the fun comes in for me. This is how I really think we should dial it in. Now, I'm gonna get rid of. We'll just use the 200 MA, the 50 MA, and the 21 EMA. Okay, so we're gonna use the 200 MA as kind of a medium pivot. Actually, we'll get rid of the 200 MA. I'm not gonna complicate this. So we got the 50 MA, that's the blue one, and the 21 EMA is the yellow one. Here's the 5-minute, okay, fam. Now, cross bearish, we really kind of kept it bullish here, cross bearish here. That was a short signal. Good pick me up on the sweep. So that's what they did here. It was a quick sweep. I saw it. I would have grabbed it, but I did not see it. Unfortunately, it happened very quick. They swept local lows here, right? Cross back bullish again. And now we're holding that trend. Now you see how tight it's getting really on that 21 EMA and 50 MA. We start closing these 5-minute candles below this. That would probably mean short term, we're going to go back down. Where is the question? But I think right now we have like a little bit of a range. That's what it looks like to me until we break that 81.2K. We easily could break it sooner than later. I would not underestimate, again, blue skies, price discovery. Those are things that happen quick. And going to previous weekly candles, we didn't make really much of a low on previous weekly candles in previous bull markets. So go here to the 15-minute, right? 15-minute almost cross bearish on that dump. Look at that. It did cross bearish. We closed below. Then we crossed it back up. Price action above this. So realistically, like when you're looking for a trade, right, in a up-only market, and I think it's important to try to look for these trades, but you're looking at trend, right? Like here's a 15-minute. They had that sweep of liquidity there. That was a really good trade. Here's the 30-minute. So we've had really a kind of bullish 30-minute trend since 76K, 76.5. So you'd be looking for something like this to cross to buy lower. Maybe try to pick me up on the 50 MA here. The 1 hour, right? I'd buy up in the 1 hour. That's 77.9. This is the CME gap. we have this huge kind of uh, fair value gap here as well. It did hit it. I will say, we did come in here a little bit with this wick, but we definitely could fill in this inefficiency there. We could also fill this one right here. Lots of inefficiencies to fill. And this would kind of be my lowest that I'd like us to see us go. I wouldn't be really kind of bear posting again until we lost 65K, but I wouldn't really like to lose 73K. I'd like to see this thing keep cranking up, at least to that 85, that top of the monthly Bollinger Band, and then kind of settle down from there or keep going. Yeah, you're really looking for something simple as like the 5-minute cross here. So right now they're holding the bull trend. It is getting tight, but if we get a candle closing below this, could do a short scalp. You're gonna have a lot of volatility with this, but this is kind of the same thing you're looking for the pick me up. If you get a huge dump, you want to be watching these EMAs and MAs and pick them up, say like 1 hour. Right? Boom. 1 hour at 68K. Right here, we crossed it bullish. Price action above. Haven't lost it since. Okay, you see that nice flow? So that was a nice long signal right there at 68, 69K. Short signal there. Boom. Long signal here. This is how you play up only though, fam. Anytime, I'd say anytime this guy gets close to the 50 MA, the price action gets close to the 50 MA on the 1 hour, is definitely when an opportunity to long. It's not going to always be like that. Don't play every entry really smart, but yeah. Anyways, that's kind of how I'd be looking to trade up only. Going to alts real quick. We're gonna use Tell because you all know I got myself a Tell bag, but most people know I have a Tell bag. But here's the 3-day. Okay, 3-day Tell. All right, the reason I'm bringing this up is because it has a 3-day bullish cross here. This crosses up, price action holds above here and crosses up, then expect Tell to have a nice move up. Now, historically, when this happens, here's a move. The nice 200% move. Here's a nice 134% move. This is a little choppier, but you still got like a 100% move. This is the only spot too, just so you all know. So if you're looking for that, could get up to that 3.6, 2.036. Could get up to that level. But a lot of these alts look like this. So let's go to let's say ARB. Okay. Here's ARB, the 3-day. Right? This is a really small history chart. Here's the 3-day right here. Cross bullish, right? $1 went to 247. It's a 147% move. So here we go. Cross bullish here. All right. Now they could easily take this back down. But I'll tell you what, if they take any of this back down, fam, you're buying. You're loading up your spot backs. Here we go. 147% move. Technically, I could see this going to probably the golden pocket, maybe a little bit higher, 786. So that would be right around here. Could easily probably, I think you could easily play ARB to probably $1.30. That's conservative. Could run higher, could wick up here to 786. But bull market ARB, yeah, $1.30 is easily on tap. That's a 2x from here, fam. Easy 2x from here. Tia, here's another one. Got the 3-day cross. Tia looks really, really nice here. Look at this compression. Volatility is still low, but this one's going to catch up, fam. And when it does, everyone's going to be talking about Tia. It's a newer, shinier coin. Easily could get up there to $11, in my opinion. Aptos. All right. This one I really like. Okay. I'll tell you why. Aptos is one of those that's in this longer consolidation, hasn't seen really a bull market vibe. In my opinion, Aptos has not seen a bull market vibe. You have uh really this long fixed range here. All right. I don't really know too many bearish things on Aptos. I mean, maybe here's a 5-day cross incoming. That's really bullish. This could be really, really good. Last time a 5-day cross, fam, that's 159% move. Aptos, this looks really, really good. I'm not gonna lie. That break those highs on Aptos, and it's gonna be price discovery. Break $20, and imagine this. I'm telling you this right now at $11. I'm telling you, buy Aptos at $11. It breaks $20. This coin is gonna go to 60. This is potential right here. This is what I see. This is potential. You look at ARB though, right? Why is ARB not potential? It had its little bull market highs right here. So I think that this has worse opportunity cost because it could go up there, still bull market and not make a new high. This ARB could still bull market and not make a new high. Aptos bull markets, fam, it's like $60. That may sound crazy. Take it easy, brother. Oh, hey, Fullis. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate your love, man. Really do. Appreciate it. Everyone, the legend Fullis, man. Couldn't have had a bigger legend. Really appreciate it, Fullis. Anyways, Aptos really hasn't had that bull market, in my opinion. Can't really count that first wick, but this has a lot of potential. Again, break those highs, $20. It's hit it twice. Third time a charm, got 5-day bullish cross. I really like this one. This is kind of a spot bag play. Was it on due? The only tough thing is, man, some of these look like bear flags, man. This looks like a bear flag right there. Ugh. I think I saw it on ARB too. Little bit. Whatever. It's not always a bear flag. Those aren't always bear flags, fam, unfortunately. They were, man, we'd all be rich. We'd all just be shorting the top of this channel. But still on due, newer, shinier coin. Look at the Fibonacci's alone. Cheers, finally get to catch you live. Mandalo, nice to see you, man. How you been? Golden pocket here. Okay, so that's going to be important. So $1.02. Get over $1.02. On due is one of those kind of new shinier coins. Breaks highs. Could probably 2x from the highs it breaks, right? 2x from the highs it breaks. From here, you look like 3x, more or less. BNB, got to talk about BNB, fam. This one is going to run. It's going to run sooner than later, quicker. This is like owning Coinbase stock, in my opinion. BNB, except instead of owning Coinbase stock, you're owning stock in BNB. This, fam, is going to rip. It's going to rip in the next 4 days. This has a God candle looking setup right here. So we have a little volatility, and we have a either a sell wick or this is gonna God up. So they're gonna throw it away. They're gonna throw it up here. They're either gonna sweep this liquidity here, or they're gonna send BNB, fam. So BNB, even at its expensive price, this is gonna be a good one to trade. There was some leverage behind some BNB. So I'll be watching BNB. I think this is definitely gonna be one of those I want to trade. Grab along and then into price discovery. That'd be a lot of these coins look really, really good. It's early, fam. It really is early. I'm not gonna look at Link. That's garbage. Let's look at Sue. Okay, I know Sue's been blowing up. Over here we broke up above the line of symmetry here. This is a tough one because obviously it's in price discovery, but actually I'm going to reset this chart. Hold on a fam. All right, we're gonna reset this chart. I actually see something I really like. All right, so this is a nice resistance, a little consolidation. Yeah, this looks really good. This is in price discovery. This is probably gonna keep going for a bit. Where does it go? I mean, you can kind of use fibs to figure that out. So the 1618 is $5, even closer to 6. It could easily 2x from here. Sue could easily 2x from here. So watch out for Sue. Interested in see how TRB looks. TRB still looks like shit. That's kind of interesting. Not really a fan of TRB here. You know, there's some that look better than others. Like this one's a little bit slower. Okay, it's still consolidating. Versus like we just saw the 5-day. What was that on Aptos? I think it was the 5-day on Aptos was crossing. So I'd prefer getting into probably Aptos before I got into TRB. But TRB is going to be one of those laggers. Can pick up on some moves up higher when it really gets closer to this 5-day cross. Because again, like this 5-day on Aptos, this is going to get full send, fam. Not just full send. Imagine this, right? Aptos is going to probably pull something like a Sue. Maybe not in, you know, obviously Sue has a lot of good bullish news, but if you use like a fractal like this, right? Break the highs. Let's just use this one. Where's the 5-day cross? This is oh, and paste. All right. So something like this, fam. That's literally what Aptos is gonna do. 5-day doesn't lie. Again, we just measured the move when the 5-day crosses just broke above resistance. I mean, look at this. A lot of these points right here at that. This one looks good. Aptos, man. Might throw some leverage on Aptos. Bitcoin's moving. There it is, fam. 12-hour here. But yeah, fam, we're really early. Would not be looking to short anytime soon. I think you just need to ride the wave, baby. Ride the green wave. All right? Ride the green wave. But I'll be back Tuesday, fam. So we're gonna be doing so inefficient too on Aptos, right, for this pump. Yeah, I really like Aptos. I think Bitcoin's gonna start carrying alts. We won't look at Bitcoin dominance too much. It hasn't had anything too crazy happen. I mean, it hit some resistance here. Okay. So this is historically a little spot of resistance, pocket of resistance, support, resistance. All right. But you know, I think Bitcoin's gonna continue to take its dominance, probably break out of this sooner than later, and then make a high for 70%. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, I'm gonna be back Tuesday, Thursdays, fam. Tuesday, Thursdays. Yo, cheesesteak. You saw that I went over Tell, right? Even Tell has got a 2x in it. Tell, I swear, like swinging Tells, and it's only available on spot. They don't have perps for Tell. The last time I checked, I don't know if that's still the case, but Tell is spot only. It's a good 2x spot. Gotta get on KuCoin and stuff like that. But it's a good 2x spot. You can buy at the lows. Even right now, you buy at the lows, sell it at 2x. I mean, at some point it's gonna moon. Not like moon, you know, I don't know if it ever see highs again, but it's gonna probably like pull a nice 3 to 6x. Would really like to see that. But anyways, fam. Mad love, fam. Oh, December 5. Ah, see, that's what it is. They always got that bullish news when there's a bull market. You know what I'm saying? So, Mad Love fam, if you guys aren't in the Discord, make sure you guys join the Discord. Highly recommend it. Join the Discord. I'm going to open up the free section for the rest of the month of November. So, we can just kind of build up the community a little bit more. get that all going. So join the Discord, come by, learn a little something, show some love. Appreciate all you, and I'll see you Tuesday, fam.